another spod or Spomb mix. Before I showed you how I made my bloodworm mix, now it's beginning of summer. I use this in late spring, late summer. We're going to start off with 1 cup of hemp seed. I'm using my pressure cooker again. This is the quickest way to do this. Okay, we got 1 cup of tiger nuts. These will be fully prepared when this is done, just so you know. I had a few comments on saying these probably wouldn't be prepared right, and they definitely do. They expand about 4 times the size. It only takes 45 minutes for these to fully expand, so I definitely appreciate the comments. I do practice good carp care. And we're going to use our bird feed mix. Put in 2 cups, 4 cups, and 6 cups. Okay, 6 cups of bird seed, 1 cup of tigers, 1 cup of hemp. This is the start, and I'm going to put, right now it's about 2 inches off the bottom. I'm going to put about 3 times to 4 times the amount of water in. That way it fully expands and everything is properly prepared. The reason I like to use bird seed is there's multiple grains, multiple seed in there, all different sizes. A lot of times with hemp they get fixated on that one size, whereas if you have all different sizes in your spod or Spomb mix, it's going to make it that much more attractive, and then you can't hone in on a certain one. And I'll show you all the additives I add to this after it's done cooking. I'm just going to put this on the stove do the pressure cooker. It's going to take about an hour, then I'll come back, show you what the final mix looked like, and then we'll go from there. Okay, an hour went by. Everything should be fully prepared in here and safe for the carp to eat. I'm going to unlid this. Always watch for the steam. Just to remind everybody. And a nice soupy mix here. It's I'll bring the camera over in a second. Tigers, you can see, are fully prepared. You got chunks of hemp seed in there. I'll get the camera right now so you guys can see. Okay, I just took the lid off, which you saw. You can see everything's real soupy, so everything's fully expanded as much as it can get. All different sizes of particles. The tiger nuts are fully expanded. I double checked those. The hemp split open. So we're going to let this cool down so we can start our mix here shortly, and then I'll show you what else goes into that. Okay, I got my seed right here. I had to let this cool down for a while, because if not it's going to melt your bucket. So we let it cool for about an hour now, and I'm going to go ahead and pour that in here. You can see it thickened up pretty nice, actually. Make sure we get all that out there. But if you let it rest for about an hour, it'll keep absorbing all that liquid. Okay, got all that out. Looks really good. Next step, a lot of people use salt. I did a lot of research on this, and I found out all the salt that we buy from the store is actually really bad for the fish, even the sea salts and all that stuff. It has a product in it that makes it not stick together, and that's what the harmful ingredient is. And so what I did, you can buy this off Amazon or whatever. It's Himalayan rock salt. Actually, it has a ton more minerals than regular rock salt. The Himalayan rock salt is all natural. There's nothing in this that will harm the fish. And especially in the springtime, they really love this stuff. As soon as you get this on the bottom of the lake, they really search it out, because they're searching out the minerals. I'm going to use a ½ cup. And it has a pinkish color to it. And what I want to do is add this in now. That way it starts dissolving. My cup was a little wet, so stuck there a little bit. Mix this up real good. And that's going to start dissolving. My mix is still warm, the seed. Right now there's about 2.5 inches from the bottom of the seed. My next step is I measured out a 1/2 pound of the quick grits, which you can use any brand. All this is going to do is give this an up and down effect. So just put that in, mix it up good. It doesn't really stodge it up because it's not a binder. So all that's going to do is just float up and down in the water column and also carry the scent. Okay, next thing I want to do, just gotta put some cream corn in there, or actually whole kernel corn, I'm sorry. Whole kernel corn, so let me open this up. I'm gonna put juice in all, because the next couple ingredients will actually stodge it up some. Okay, got that ready. Juice and all goes in. Yeah, it's gonna be a visual attractor. Again, mix it up just so it evenly distributes everything there. Now you can hear it sounds kind of soupy. Okay, next step. CC more live system boilies. All I'm going to do is half a bunch of these. That way you get some free offerings that are bigger in there. Never thought I'd buy one of these from Corda, but it just makes quick work out of everything. And if you're not aware what this is, it's a Corda cutter. So we're only going to put about 3. Actually, I'll put 4 in just so there's a little bit extra from the bottom. Okay, this is the 4th load here. You see how easily that cuts. Next thing, Corda crusher. All I want to do here is just crush up some boilies, just so that scent carries. I'm going to just put 2 handfuls in. This is going to turn out to be a sweeter mix. You can see here. Make sure you get everything. Okay, got some boilie in there. Next thing we're going to do is, I like to add some tiger nut extract. I'm just going to guesstimate maybe about, I don't know, 45 mLs. Just kind of give it a swirl around. This is basically going to hold on the bottom like a fog. I experimented with this before in PVA bags, and it just kind of hovers on the bottom, but it's really a sweet smelling bait, or a syrup I should say. Mix this up real good. Then boilies will start to absorb some of that liquid, and it is getting a little bit thicker now. Okay, next step, live system stick mix. We're just going to put some of this in until it starts to thicken up. I'll start out roughly about 2 cups. So mix this up real good. We don't want it to be too soupy, because I'm going to be using a Spomb today. And I just don't want anything to, soak out. I want all that goodness in the mix here. A little bit more. And like I said before, this is going to be basically a late spring into summer mix. I know like early summer the bite becomes very tough because there's so much natural food. With this mix here, this should definitely catch the attention of the carp. And finally, this part is in 2 stages. I'm using live system pellets. I'll put some in now. By the time, put these in right before you leave to get to the lake. And again, probably about 2 cups worth. And all I'm going to do, mix this in good. These will start to break down some until you get to the lake. And then once you get to the lake, you want to add 2 to 4 more cups in, depending on what you want to do. That way you have various break times with your pellet. And that's it. Right now, it's pretty heavy. I bet you that's a good 10 pounds. And compared to before, you can see it's starting to thicken up good. That's going to hold in your Spomb really good. So I'm going to show you right now what this looks like at this point, and then I'm going to go to the fish tank and put some in my Spomb so you can see how it breaks apart on the bottom and also spreads. So again, this is my spring and the summer mix. Hope you enjoyed it. I know a lot of you enjoyed my other bloodworm mix, so I'll start showing you some other spod and spomb mixes also. So let's get the camera and I'll show you what this looks like here. Right now you can see, I'll try zooming in here. You can see all the ingredients in here. Looks like a really nice mix. You can see it's kind of sticky there. Let me zoom out. It's not so much a slop, but it's good enough that it's going to stay in the spomb, but yet thick enough that it's still going to spread good in the water. Okay, we're ready. Got my spomb full of stuff. I'll close the lid on it. Okay. Okay, make sure everything's good, and let's go to the fish tank. See what we can do. Okay. Oops. I guess the mix was pretty heavy, so let me try a different way. I guess it dives into the water a lot. I didn't realize that. I guess too, just doing it by hand, I thought if I hit the thing, but I have it on the highest setting for my spomb. You can see how that's clouding the water up really good. And it's still pretty solid, so the thing is, when you cast out, it's probably going to be about 10 feet down. So I'm going to break this up a little bit. You can see how much this clouds the water. And this is just a fish tank. So, add some waves in there. That's going to spread like crazy. Okay, we're on the top right now. You see that's broken down, but let me show you what happens here. See the cloud? I have a little bit over here too. See the clouding effect, how much that is? As soon as anything hits that real quick, it just clouds everything up. You have your seed, your boilie. As soon as you get like a little wave in the water, you can't even see the bottom now. So that's definitely going to be an effective spod mix, which I've used many times. And that put a lot of fish on the banks and holds them tight into an area as well. Now if you're on a windy day, let me do the front view again. If you're on a windy day, imagine how much that's going to travel. That's going to bring all the fish to you. So I hope you enjoyed this spomb video, and I'll be bringing you many more soon. Thank you for watching. There she is. Time to send her home.